Oh, hi there, everyone. You guys like my new shirt? Liberalism, find a cure? Should say neoliberalism, but it's alright. Mark Dice, highly recommend his channel. Anyway, today, now I gotta tread carefully while talking about this subject, but, yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about, Babadook. Um, so that we're clear here, sure, my YouTube icon has a picture of me wearing a black coat, my face is a little bit pale, and I'm wearing a fedora. That's fine. That doesn't have anything to do. So don't you be calling me that name. I didn't watch the movies. The only thing I really know about it is the infographics video that was put out a while ago, and I watched it then, but don't remember everything about the video. But anyway, Babadooks they're kind of like a metaphor, really. Um, Supposedly they're immortal, and in the shadows they can basically teleport because it's a shadow. They get stronger because of grief, something like that. It's like I've had my stint with the mental health system, over 10 years. 7 years with a chronic sore throat and all kinds of physical ailments. Like, I felt so sick today. It's like a physical thing. My stomach really, really hurt. I couldn't eat. And, I take my medications. I have medications specifically for my stomach lining. And I drank as much water as I could. I could always drink more, I suppose. But, yeah, I was real sick. Yeah, and some people go, well, alcoholism is a mental illness, therefore you're mentally ill. Well, I disagree with that. I mean, if you don't act responsibly, then of course that's obviously a problem. But I didn't do anything. I was simply a lot more drunk than I thought I was while I was outside. I went home um, when told to. I'm sorry. Drunkenness can really, like, you can think, oh, everything's fine, I'm not that drunk, and then all of a sudden you're super drunk. That's what happened to me. Uh, Nothing out of the ordinary happened. I went home, fell asleep, woke up, had the worst night of my life as far as physical pain goes because the medications I'm on, they're really geared towards me not drinking alcohol. So, yeah, so I was in a lot of physical pain, primarily my stomach. And the problem is, if my stomach's in pain because of the stomach lining issue, there are other things I got to worry about too. Obviously, I don't want to get an ulcer or anything like that. And there are also pricks on the internet who fucking say things. Like, it's always conveniently placed where they say it. Like, they talk about how Napoleon Bonaparte, how he died. A horrible death of stomach cancer. Lo and behold, I see that post yesterday, and today my stomach is, all gnarly. And, a stupid person would go, oh no, I've got stomach cancer. No, I don't have stomach cancer at 34 years of age. I have people are assholes and they give me medications that cause grievous amounts of pain. I spoke to the pharmacist today and completely gave me the runaround. And all I wanted was some Pepto-Bismol. Anyway, yeah, I did it. Like, the thing is, the Babadook metaphor that I saw was a woman of short stature, like maybe 5'5", 5'7", don't know exactly. But the creepy thing about it was I saw her again the next day at the bus stop where I go. And I mean, sure, I don't exactly remember what she looked like, but I got the basics, like her frame and size and all that sort of stuff. So it was someone who definitely looked like her. And yeah, no words were said. I wasn't going to say anything, but I did find that a bit odd. And you may go, well, isn't the Babadook like 6'5" and menacing and all that sort of stuff? Well, the Babadook is also a shapeshifter, evidently, according to the lore. And theoretically, a 5'5" tall woman is not going to transform into a 6'5" Babadook. That's not what's going to happen. That happens in the movies. It doesn't happen in real life. However, does that mean to say that they don't know giants? That it's the same entity that's the same organization, so therefore count them as the same. That's a theory. I don't know how correct that is, but it is. It's a working theory, and like I said, the Babadook supposedly is immortal, but it can be banished. And I haven't exactly figured out how to do that yet, but give me some time. I'll think of something. Because I'm not being beaten by some stupid mythological thing. Especially as, I was abused harsh by the mental health system. Like, they really wailed on me for, years and years, as I've already said. And, it was not fun and not an experience I want to repeat. And don't look at me going, well, if you keep drinking alcohol and this pain you keep getting from drinking alcohol, why don't you stop drinking alcohol? Do you like the pain? No, it's a fuck you to you. That's what it is. Yeah, but they don't want to talk about anything. And I saw some things, other things today. Like, I'm a very observant person. I know things. Like, I happen to notice on the television, they have those at the trains, that they had the same message on it that they had a few days earlier. They're supposed to update those every day. And they usually do, but this time they didn't. I took a picture of that with my iPhone. I found that so interesting. I did see a folder on the ground that I know nobody I knew had put there, so I informed some people, and they said, oh, it's probably a coincidence. Someone accidentally dropped it right there, and it's like it was a big folder too, so it wasn't even folded up or anything like that. So maybe it fell there, maybe accidentally on purpose. I guess I'll never know. But the weird part was somebody else that I didn't know, because I'm accustomed to being asked questions. Somebody asked, did I get the envelope right after I told the guys I told about the envelope straight afterwards, and then she paused, and then she said the thing she was looking for, which was envelope isn't really the word I would use to describe it, but that's the word she used. I didn't even know we had it. But, to my surprise, I learned that, yes, that was in our section. So, I remarked upon that, and I don't like coincidences. So, I mean, they do like to keep you good and paranoid. So, it's the best strategy is to not, think too hard about it. There's plenty of interesting things to captivate my interest. Like, I've got another pickle hob coming. I made that decision while I was drunk, but guess what? I still would have bought that helmet anyway. Really should try to save some money, but, these things happen, Um, yeah, definitely. Yeah, gonna have a short night tonight and get some sleep. Maybe my aches and pains will be better in the morning. Should be anyway. Um, I am concerned because it's a real thing. This Babadook creature that's out there, it wants me roped back into the system of mental health, and I kind of got this thing where I can't really trust them. I don't want to be rude about it, but that happens to be the truth. After what happened to me and them having the power to do that all over again if they want to on a whim, no, I'm sorry. I'm leaving the system. I've already made great strides to do that, which is very, very hard to do, by the way. Unless you got a lot of money and you can afford lawyers that are good. If I had a lawyer, he would suck because he's not doing his job. Um. Oh yeah. So I think I had rather a productive day actually. Fancy that you can have an experience with a Babadook and that actually turn it into a success story. That's not something you hear very often. Um, like yeah. Um, I know it would please people to no end, certain people, if like Jim Carrey from Ace Ventura, when he's in that cave with the bats and he's afraid of bats and he ends up running out screaming. They would like that if that happened to me. However, I'm not going to do that. It was funny as hell in that movie, but I'm not going to do that. The bats being the symbol of, I guess, the mental health system. Because I don't like them either, and nobody would if they knew who they were. Because those people are assholes mostly. They like, waiting for someone to come along who they can make up an excuse to go beat up. And then deny that they've done anything, and then usually get away with it. And it's like, that makes you a spider under a fucking rock, is what that makes you. You're ugly. Yeah, they don't want to hear that, though. And that's why I have to tread carefully on this, because they don't like hearing stuff like that. That kind of makes them mad. And, oh well. In for a penny, in for a dollar. So, there are some funny things, even though this stomach pain I had all day was not good. No, your tricks to make me paranoid aren't working. And you're going to keep doing that because you think that, well, we'll give him a little push, as Heath Ledger said. Madness is like gravity, a little push is all it takes. And that's the excuse that they use. Is they go, well, look, we've created a little stress factor in his life, and because we believe that he is mentally ill, he's likely going to hurt himself anyway. So really, we're doing him a favor by punishing him. The fuck, man? I said 7 years of a sore throat, not 7 minutes. Ugh. People. I don't want to get it better, but come on. Knock that off. You're the ones who are behaving badly, in my opinion. Yeah, that's a little bit of a story there. Um, you know, some people aren't going to like what I have to say about certain things. Some people don't like the idea of me having a pickle hub. However, fuck you. And I know they like to say, they like to mock people's rights. They usually go, "Oh, my rights," in a mocking kind of tone. And it's like, yeah, actually, they are my rights, and fuck you. I'm allowed to own a pickle hob. Yeah, they don't like that. I mean, those were some examples of the weird things I saw today. Things that, out of character. There was some dude shouting at his girlfriend. Don't know what about, but I think he was kicking her car too, or something. Oh, that's what I heard secondhand, anyway. Oh, well. What can you do? Yeah, you know, as tough a guy as I am, I have to realize I have limitations. I can't be the sloppy drunk anymore. That almost cost me dearly. And, it was like whatever type of situation, but, there were people who would try to use that as an excuse to amplify what they've already been doing that's bad against me. So I can't allow that. And I do have to be concerned because, I did see another Babadook creature, I believe, at the bus stop. I came back late at night because I was done what I was doing late. I was the closer. Anyway, yeah, I would. I should embellish it and say that he gave me a glare. He didn't, but I should embellish that because if he was what I thought he was, then no way of really knowing. But yeah, no doubt about it. As a hypothetical, what if I had a dog that only liked to walk at night? And, therefore I was outside at night. Beyond any doubt, the Babadook will shift forms and probably more likely take on the form of a homeless person. Because, yes, as I said, Babadooks are shapeshifters. You can kind of tell if you look up close. But the thing is, a lot of people can hide when they're drunk. Simply don't say anything and don't stumble around. But my medications, they fuck up my legs. That's what they do, and my legs have to work when I'm a 200-pound guy. My legs cannot not be working. And, there's a lot of things that can go wrong if your legs don't work and you're inebriated. You could fall over and smack your head open. That would be, what happened to William Holden with his marble fireplace, if I'm not mistaken. So, I've got to work on my muscles. But my legs are actually fairly muscular for what they are. I do a lot of walking. So, they're fairly strong. But, yeah, that's a big time weakness that I, would rather wasn't a thing against me, but it is. Yeah, so, yeah, a Babadook is a metaphor, and it is a real thing in that regard. Anyway, I think I've said my piece. And, hopefully I don't have to run into a Babadook ever again. Anyway, have a good night.